Yo, this is the Gibberish with your boy Lex, Jimmy, and Trizzy. Just to let you guys know, this is the season finale.
Wow.
Season finale.
Yeah.
Yeah, season finale.
12 episodes deep.
Mm-hmm.
I think we had a good run, you know.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
How about today, Trizzy, you introduce the topic of the week.
I don't know why you put pressure on me like that. Talking about silver spoons, though.
Silver spoons.
I'll let you explain the silver spoons, because you seem to be pretty adamant about this.
I'm not adamant about it. I just like, you know, it's a good topic, I think.
Adamant.
Oh.
Adamant.
All right. Okay. Team up on your boy. That's fine.
What's a silver spoon?
A silver spoon is a spoiled.
Here we go.
Spoiled girl. I would say spoiled
Only
person.
girls.
Spoiled person. A spoiled
Okay.
person. Okay?
Right.
I think a silver spoon is basically someone who used to getting what they want, who doesn't know the value of certain things, doesn't know the struggle.
The value of $1.
They don't know what hard times is. They can't relate to certain things. I can go on and on about these spoiled individuals who are individually
Experience?
spoiled.
Girlfriends? Ex-girlfriends?
Yes, I have, and that caused some issues, you know. I'm not saying that, like, I'm not saying that I wouldn't date someone who's wealthy or anything, but if you're spoiled, you're spoiled. I mean, that's a turn off for me, really and truly, if you're always used to getting what you want.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you can, spoiled is one word for it, but I could date someone who's wealthy as long as they've been through something. My big thing for silver spoons are someone who hasn't been through anything that's actually difficult.
Right.
True.
You could be rich and still have gone through some shit.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
But if you've never
rich or cheap anyway, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Usually the ones who've been through some shit.
Yeah.
But if you've never been through anything that's remotely difficult, then I'm not interested in.
Like your first world problems is that your phone's not charging.
That kind of shit.
Yeah. And I don't want to deal with you still. It's like you're talking to someone in a different world. Yeah. Completely. Who can't.
Unrelatable.
Yeah, it's unrelatable. It doesn't. I don't.
We can fuck them. I can have sex with that person, but I can't wife.
I just want everyone to know for the record that was James being that graphic this time. Usually it's me.
Fuck is not that graphic. We do all the time.
He's right though.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
We know that.
I'm joking. Whoa. Shoot. Y'all established you're the manhole here.
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh, fuck out of here, Lex.
Right.
Okay, so let's talk about a situation or a relationship you've been in. I mean, mainly you, Lex, where you've dated someone who hasn't been through anything, and then because remember, I know this topic because of the story you've told me.
Exactly. Yeah.
And only after you explained it to me that I realized, wow, that is something that I need from a relationship.
Right.
You know?
So basically, I'm going to start off with the fact that prior to this relationship happening, I did not think of certain things that I value or that I've experienced being a foundation of a successful relationship, as in like things that I've gone through or things that you've gone through, whatever. And you're able to relate that with another individual. It may not be the exact same type of struggle, but it is something that you dealt with and they may have dealt with something similar, that you guys could talk about and prevent from happening in the future if you have a future with that person, as in i.e. get married or whatnot. So I mean, I was younger, and I was dating this girl, and she's from a wealthy household. And I mean, I would say that I'm in an average state. My parents were in an average, financial situation, I guess. But I've gone through some really not dark, but really harder times, you know, things that I would tell people and they'd be like, really, that's like they couldn't even imagine.
Whoa.
To go through. Well, I'm saying there's some. I'm saying there's some people who could say like, yo, I can't even imagine going through stuff that I've gone through. Well, my family's gone through, type of thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if I'm dating a girl, which I was dating this girl, and her struggle was her dad not giving her an allowance that weekend, and my struggle was, yo, I gotta work 2 jobs and give more than half of my money I make to my parents so that they can pay rent, is like
different levels.
It's completely different level. And the fact that if I say, yo, yeah, I can't because I'm at the age of, let's say, 16 and I'm working, and she's not working and I'm working all the time. And she's like, why are you working? And I'm like, cause I gotta pay for this. I gotta pay for that. And she doesn't have to worry about that stuff. It kind of creates a rift. A rift. That's the word exactly I was looking for. Thank you.
I remember an example you gave me, which always stood out to me, was that, I think you were saying you had to buy something for your car. Mm-hmm. Was it your car? I don't remember. You had to buy something, right?
Okay.
And you're like talking to her about saving this and budgeting that. Mm-hmm. And then her response was, why don't you just ask your parents to pay for it for you?
What was that?
And then you're like,
that must have been for either school, because I wasn't driving then.
Something. And you're like, this woman is not in the same world as me.
Yeah.
If for her to suggest that,
I asked my parents.
Just like it wasn't like as if her parents are just this bank full of cash.
Yeah. That
always have money, and that whenever you have an issue, you can just go to them for money. That was her thought process behind it.
I think it was school.
Was it school? Maybe it was school.
Because I was still living with my parents and I was going to CJEP. Yeah, it must have been school, and it must have been for like my books or something. Because for CJEP, I paid for my own CJEP. Like I paid for everything. And yeah, it must have been that. She must have wanted to go somewhere or do something. And I said, I can't. I got to use this money for like my school fees or my book fees. And I think that was it. She's like, why doesn't your parents pay for your school or something like that? And I gave her like a side look like, yo, do you know where I live? Do you know, like, I've been working since I was like 15? Like, that was like a turn off for me.
Yeah, intentionally from you told me that, yeah.
I think it wasn't like her fault, because like
she didn't know.
She just didn't know, and like that is something I couldn't deal with. So that was like the first kind of thing, is like I can't date a girl who hasn't been through something at least to know a value of difficult situations. You know what I mean?
What about you, Trizzy? Have you been through anything in that remote sense? Are you in that same boat as you need someone who's in that realm?
I don't think I've been through it. My ex-girlfriends, I mean, my parents, especially my last ex-girlfriend, their parents covered a lot of stuff. But at the same time, I think she did appreciate the value of things. You know, like her parents weren't getting her anything and everything. Whatever she wanted, she would have to kind of go get.
Right.
So I think she understood at least maybe not as much as another person, but a little bit of the value of the dollar. But I do agree that, you know, the girl that I'm with can't be spoiled in that sense where their parents get them everything. Like, you know, I think pretty much all of us, you know, we went out and we had jobs and whatever, and we bought our own cars. I think there's something with that where it's like, that car, even though it's a piece of shit, that first car you buy maybe, but like,
it's yours.
It's yours.
Yeah. I always say I prefer a girl who's driving in a beat up Honda or whatever the fuck versus a girl who's in her father's Beamer and shit, because I know that girl, you know what I'm saying? That girl actually went out and worked for that.
That's the sense of not, like, there's no, you can't have something like that and it'd be lazy.
Right. You know, that's probably, especially if you're younger, that's your biggest purchase. It's her biggest purchase. And I mean, for a car, it's probably probably a beater or something that's really not that great. Doesn't look that great.
Yeah.
But you're going to treat it pretty good, right? I mean, you spend a lot of money on it, and it's going to get you where you want to do and where you want to go. And it makes you kind of like appreciate the money that you put into it.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't
it's a piece of shit.
It doesn't only, obviously, like you said, it doesn't only apply for girls. Like, I know this one dude in our high school, and he was one of the first ones to drive. And his father got him a car. Mercedes, right?
Benz, yeah.
And like I knew it wasn't his, and he would front like he bought it, like it was his money. So like,
yeah,
I mean that kind of shit. It upsets me because the fact that like, yeah, okay, if my parents bought me a car, I would love if my parents bought me a car. Yeah. But I would say like, yo, my parents got me this car. Yeah. I wouldn't be like, yo, that's my car, it's my car, it's my. You know what I mean?
You gotta remember, you were 16.
I know.
Him, I actually think he does appreciate the value of money.
You think so?
You think so?
I do actually. I think.
I don't know.
I think he ended up selling that car again or something like. I
feel like compared to our friend that plays ball, who got his parents bought him his Land Rover, and his first car was a Mercedes as well. He didn't go on and say like it was like he would like I remember I asked him like I'm like I didn't really ask him like, yo, who got you the car? Like, oh, that's a nice whip, whatever. And he's like, yeah, my parents bought it for me. Like, he was humbled.
From jump, yeah, he's humbled by it.
Yeah, he's humbled by it. He's like, yo, my parents got me this. Yeah. Like, and he has his parents, like, they're pretty well off, you know what I mean? From what I've seen. Yeah. You know? So I saw those two, and they look like they're in the same genre of financial states, and, you know, one's, like, I feel like if you have money like that, you gotta be humble in a sense, man. You can't be like one of those, especially if, like, it's not even your money. Like if I become wealthy and I have kids, God willing, like I don't want my kids to be like spoiled and be like, yo, this is my money, throwing money all over the place like it's theirs. I want them to be like, yes, you know, I didn't work yet. My parents are well off because they did this, and I have money. Yes, this, but I don't want them to brag about it either. I want them to be humble in that sense, so that when they have stuff and they work for it, then they could talk all their shit they want. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, if today I become like a baller and it's because I worked for it, then yeah, I'm going to talk a lot of shit. It's because I worked for it.
Yeah, it was like, my first car was a 92 Maxima, my second car was a 98 Maxima, my third car was a Accord, then it was another, what did I have that? The fucking Altima. Yeah. And now you have a Camaro, but...
You worked your way up.
Yeah, and I feel like I can only appreciate what I have now, although my car's not like the most Don Juan thing, but I just appreciate what I have now because I was driving, I was in credit card debt to purchase the first 92 Maxima.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And I know what it's like to come up from that. And if I don't have someone who can relate to that experience,
working hard for something,
and even if it's not working hard for something, because I'll give an example afterwards of just having some kind of life challenge in front of you and surmounting it.
Yeah.
Right? Because you don't want... My fear is I don't want to be with a woman who... My wife is strong as shit, so I'm not worried about it in the slightest. But I want to be with a woman who's basically going to break down at the first...
sign of problems.
First sign of like issues that are outside.
Why is this happening? This shouldn't be happening.
I don't want to hear that shit. Depression. You know what I mean? Because the woman who's given it, who has had everything given to her, like the girl you were dating, who's like, why didn't your parents pay for it? Let's say you later on in life something happens and like you marry her, or whatever the case may be, and then you guys can't. Someone loses their job. Someone passes away.
To run to their parents.
Or the parents not available. They might go into a state of depression. They might be broke. They might just break down. Yeah, that's my fear. You know what I mean?
It's weakness.
I need someone who has strength, who knows what it is to bypass obstacles.
Yeah, just be like, it's gonna like
get better.
It's gonna work itself out. Yeah. That's exactly how I think of things. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you gotta work for things to work out. Sometimes you gotta put in that effort, that extra elbow grease or whatnot. But it's gonna every problem has a solution. That's it. Like, you know what I mean? If you've never had problems before, you're not gonna think that every problem has a solution. You're gonna think,
because you never had to solve anything. Everything was solved for you.
Exactly. It's like constantly cheating at school type of thing. Yeah. Exactly what it is. You know?
True.
So yeah. You got some questions for us?
You always gotta pivot out. One of my points I was gonna mention was that my wife has been through her fair share of things, and you know that's part of the reason why I love her so much. Is yes, I love you. You know, if you ever hear this, is because she's been through her fair share of things, and I know that, and I've seen it time and time that when we go through something, and we've been through some shit, we've been through a lot of shit already. In the time we've been together, she'll cry, sure she'll be emotional, but deep down inside, I know how strong she is. And I know that she's there through it thick and thin. And I feel like that's a trait that's required. And if you're not demonstrating those kind of traits prior, I find it's difficult to settle down. But could you guys take a girl through that? Because it's possible to show a girl that, right?
You can show a girl.
But are you guys willing to go through the effort? Or
see, the thing is that it comes, like, for me, I'd rather a girl who's gone through it, because, like, I'm thinking of when I introduced them to my parents, type of thing. Like, if I introduce a girl who's been through it, I feel like I'll have less to be embarrassed about. In the sense of where my parents are, where they live, and et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, you say you'd be embarrassed?
I'm not saying I'd be, like, if I'm in love with a girl, then it wouldn't matter. It's not going to change anything. But if a girl's been through, like, her fair share of struggle, then she knows what it's like to not have everything at her disposal, or at the, like, you know, just, like, you know what I mean? Like, when she meets my parents and she sees how they lived, or, like, I explain to them how I used to live, et cetera, it won't be like, she'll be on the same planet as me. She'll understand. Rather than me, like, explaining to her, because then I'll constantly still have to explain things to her.
So you'd rather she knows from jump?
Yeah. Like, if, like, for example, I get married, whatever, and we have, God forbid, that we have, like, financial problems, right? Or, like, something comes up. And, like, even though I explained to her, listen, we're going to have to figure it out ourselves. We can't go running to my mom.
That leads me to two more questions I have, yeah.
Yeah, my mom, my dad for loans and money and whatever, because they have their own stuff they have to deal with. Mm-hmm. If I have to constantly explain that to her, or I explain that to her already, and then she kind of thinks, oh, maybe this, I would just get impatient, and, like, I wouldn't feel like I have to keep explaining to her. But if I was already gone through it, she would already know not to even think about asking.
Right, as an option.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like, maybe worst case scenario, yeah, but it wouldn't even be like a topic to bring up. It's kind of like, okay, we're going to figure it out ourselves. Whatever it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's just my opinion about it. How I think about it anyway.
Yeah, I think that starts early in the relationship, because my wife wasn't, she didn't struggle financially. Mm-hmm. Her parents were always fairly well off in terms of, like, budgeting, whatever. So she never struggled financially. She struggled in other ways, but so when early in the relationship, I'm a huge on financing and huge on budgeting and huge on making every dollar stretch. Mm-hmm. So I put those ideologies into the relationship early on, so that she was aware that, listen, like, the big thing I always did was, I want us to be able to pay our mortgage and our house bills and our food on as if we were both living at McDonald's or working at McDonald's. Yeah. Like, if we both had to really cut down losses and go work at McDonald's and flip burgers for our living, can we afford our bills? Yeah. And we can. So I put that thought process of, listen, I don't want you to ever think you're above, and she isn't. She worked fast food. I work fast food. But I don't want to ever feel like I'm above working those kind of jobs. Yeah. Right. If I have to flip burgers, we will. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever makes sense mean.
So as long as we don't get there, or me going back to what I used to do, we're good. Like, we'll figure it out. Mm-hmm. You know, and we've been through that kind of situation before. So, though thankfully we haven't been through anything crazy financially, but I'm sure it'll come when it comes, right? Mm-hmm.
Be prepared. You'll handle it the same way.
Yeah, because we've been practicing. We budget like we don't have no money. That's how we budget.
That's the best way.
Now, the question I have for you guys is, could you accept money from your in-laws?
I wouldn't want to. I'm too prideful for that.
What's just money? Just for money? Like, not for a wedding, not just money?
Like, let's do two scenarios. First scenario is, you're going through hard times and you got food on the table, you're out of a job, and you need bread. Could you go to your in-laws for money, or would you're gonna go slang dope on the street? Like, what? Is there any situation where you'd ask your in-laws or your parents for money? Yeah. Or let your wife ask. Or no matter what, you'd figure out a way. and slang. Let's say you can't get a job, which happens, right?
Slang dope.
You're slanging dope?
Slang dope.
So you're in jail, she just asked for money then, right?
Yeah. I can't. I don't even like asking, like, I don't even like ask my parents now if I need money for money.
So you'd rather be in jail and her having to ask money, you'd feel more prideful.
I'm too prideful for that.
Than having to ask before.
It's not a good thing, but
it's terrible. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
I can't, like, maybe my parents, but I can't ask my in-laws. I will not ask my in-laws. I don't even know who they are yet. I won't ask them. They're going to chills people whoever they are.
What about you, Trizzy?
I would ask.
You know,
I don't think I've ever asked anybody for money, but that situation, it came to the family. End of the day, especially if I'm confident that whatever, like things will work out and whatever,
you bounce back.
Yeah, I bounce back. Maybe they don't want the money back, but somehow I kind of or pay it back to them, and I feel like I could do that in the future. Shit just has to settle out.
Yeah,
I'll go to them.
In-laws or parents.
In-laws or parents. I mean, I'd rather not, but I mean,
you would.
I would, if necessary. Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
My parents, I lean more to my parents, not my in-laws.
No, yeah.
Obviously. Let's say your parents don't have the money to suspend what you need to do, right? It's tough.
I wouldn't want to.
But the mic, shout out to the microphone. But
I wouldn't want to.
No matter what.
No, I wouldn't want to either.
I wouldn't want to, and I'd go to other options before I even thought about my in-laws.
What other options?
I would go to my brothers first. I honestly think I'd come to one of you guys before I come to my in-laws.
Let's see we didn't have it.
I'd be like, yo, you guys down to do robbery real quick?
Wow. Okay. Jeopardize everyone's.
Like, you know, quick, fast. You know, in the nun mask.
Who you asking to do a robbery?
Nun mask.
Who you asking to do a robbery?
I ain't gonna throw out names.
No, so you asking us?
Oh, well, you say it like that means you're not down.
Hell no. Why the hell would I do a robbery with you for that stupid shit?
I know he is, though.
Nigga, I ain't going no robbery, man.
Yo, we gonna nun mask it up the town style.
Man, no, I'm not going to. I'm out of it. I ain't doing no more robberies. Not that I ever did a robbery in my damn life. I ain't doing shit. Me, I would. You know, if it really came, I think I know what it's like to make money other ways. Mm-hmm. So depending on the situation, if I could pull it off, I'd try it.
Yeah, I do something that wouldn't. Low risk quotations.
No low risk.
Low risk quotations. Like risk that.
Minimize risk.
Minimize.
I'd try what I could to make ends meet. And if it really came down to it, yeah, I'd ask.
Bro, I mean, it comes down. You could just sell yourself on the street, dog.
You always start sucking dick for money, dog?
Nah, nigga. You could be a prostitute for girls, bro. What?
Dog, you make things that simple to do.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying I'm going to do it.
So your wife be comfortable with you fucking other women for money?
Nah, I tell her to go hit them poles, bro. I'm not serious. I'm talking shit.
Okay. Now, what about for gifts? Like, I remember our in-laws wanted to put a percentage like of our down payment on the crib.
On the crib.
And I said, nah. Like, I want nothing to do with. If you want to give a gift, that's fine, but. Like, I don't want anything to do with anyone paying for any dollar towards my crib.
No.
Like, it's my crib.
No.
Mine and hers crib. We will pay for the bills.
No.
You know what I mean?
I'm not a big fan of gifts in general. Sorry, just you look like you're about to say something.
No, I was saying crib? No. I don't want you paying for my crib. No.
Nothing.
Anything. Nothing. I don't.
Not a dollar.
I'll handle that.
Yeah.
But I know wedding, though.
Yeah, wedding. Yes.
How at the wedding? Yes. The wedding's different.
Wedding, the thing is, for me, end of the day, I don't care about the wedding. You know what I'm saying? Like, the wedding is nice, but I feel like it's mostly for the female.
It is.
So, like, if I'm gonna be out, like, if I don't have to, if you're gonna say, yo, I'm gonna pay for this, sure, whatever. Like, the planning, depending on the person, probably gonna be mostly on the female. They want it a certain way. If you want to pay the money, pay the money. But I know the wedding is not something.
It's not for you.
For me. Yeah. So you could pay that. My crib, no. I'll handle my crib.
Yeah, 100%. I concur with Tristan 100%. Not doing.
But you're down to take. Would you let your in-laws pay for the full wedding?
Full wedding.
That's a lot. And
it's like 20K, 25K, 30K.
I'm not a big fan of taking gifts from people in general. I feel awkward when someone gives me a gift. Like, like I don't mind giving to others. Like if it's like for me, if I'm giving something to someone just because, that's cool. But when it comes to like birthdays and Christmas and all that stuff, I feel like, I don't know, I feel awkward when I receive a gift sometimes, especially if I'm not expecting it. Because it's like, are you obligated to give someone like are you obligated to give them a gift now? And are you only giving them a gift because they gave you a gift? So it's not really genuine, you know? So it's like, if the in-laws are giving you a wedding gift and the wedding gift is to pay for the wedding, and the wedding's not really for me, it's for the bride, then I don't mind that. Because,
so you're cool with the paying for the whole wedding? Because
it's not really for me, it's for their daughter.
Well, right, but bro, you're at the wedding as well. Right?
Yeah, I'm at the wedding as well, and you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm enjoying it, but it's like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Half your family is there.
Yeah, but it's not like, if they're offering to do it, and in like standard cultures, it's the bride's parents who pay. If they could afford to, yes, I would obviously like to help as much as I could. But if they're like, no, we'll take care of this 100%, don't worry about it, then I'm not gonna fight them on it. And especially if they're like in a decent position. Like, I
wouldn't let them pay for the whole wedding. The whole wedding. It's me who decided to get down on one knee.
I get that in that sense. That's true.
I wouldn't let them pay for the whole wedding.
But it is the dad who said it's okay if you decide to ask him.
Yeah.
So in that sense, he kind of has the final say, right?
Absolutely not. If I'm asking her to marry me, I don't mind taking some gifts. You can give me some envelopes with some bread in it, but I'm not letting you guys pay for the whole wedding because it's our wedding. We decided we'll pay what we gotta pay.
One thing I would definitely put money up for, if I was gonna pay for part of the wedding, would be, I would make sure I paid for the wedding dress.
Oh, my wife's in-laws paid for her dress.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't care what the money goes for. If you want to give it
your parents, then you said your wife's in-laws.
Sorry, my wife's parents paid for her dress.
Yeah. Okay.
But I also was like, you ain't getting no $10,000 dress. You know, like we're not doing this. They say yes to the dress garbage where you're wearing the thing. She wore the dress one time.
Yeah,
it's in the closet right now.
Yeah.
You ain't paying all this crazy bread for the dress.
No, but if you got a daughter, man, maybe she'll wear that dress.
Maybe.
Same size.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I'd appreciate that since money is spent on a dress. Okay. What about estates? What if your wife had a trust fund, right, that matured, or you were able to get it when she was 21? No, just like, not necessarily money from the in-laws, but it's your wife's money. Are you comfortable taking that? Not money given to you by the in-laws. She has a fund.
Yeah.
That was there from the beginning.
Yeah.
That was gay.
What
This guy's playing pussies with me and shit. That was there from the beginning. Would you guys feel comfortable using that money?
No. For what? What are we using it for?
Anything. That down payment.
I say that money, if you're gonna use it on the kids.
Yeah.
That's it. Don't use it on anything that's generalized for us.
So she had $50K in a trust fund. You'd be like, nah, don't touch that. It's yours. Don't give that. I want none of that.
Use it for the kids. Use it for the kids, yo.
I agree with that.
Use it for the kids. That's it. Straight. $50K.
Or herself.
Use it on yourself. Use it for the kids.
So she went on a shopping spree for $25K and came back. You would be pissed.
It's not my money. So once
you get married, it kind of, you know.
But when she has no more money left, that's not gonna be my problem. In that sense.
This is your wife talking about, right? Like, that is 100% your problem if she has no money left.
I'll tell her, like, don't be stupid and blow your money on stupidness. But once that money is done, don't ask me to go on crazy shopping sprees like you've been going on. Don't set yourself at a lifestyle with that money, and then when that money's gone, you can't continue that lifestyle. So use that money on kids, on, certain things that you want to take care of, whatever. Because $50K, it's a lot, but it's not a lot. You know what I mean? And then at the end of the day, like, everything else we split, then we're good. But don't.
So you wouldn't take a trust fund money?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't take it, especially if I'm fine.
Would you, Trizzy?
Yeah, I'll take the money.
You take it?
Yeah. I would definitely take the money.
You take it half. Like, all right, let me get that.
So 20, you get 25K.
Need that 25K real quick.
From going on one knee, you get 25K. I would only touch that if we were.
Like, but I want to use it like, it'd probably go to my kids, maybe like college, whatever.
Yeah, that's.
I use it towards. I'm gonna use it towards me.
Yeah.
My kids.
Would you use it towards a wedding, a crib?
Something like that. Like,
so you use it toward a joint, because let's say he wouldn't even use it toward a joint thing. Let's say he used it just solely on her or kids. That's it.
If we're in like a big trouble, like big financial trouble. That's it.
But you'd be down for joint. My money's your money, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
So whatever savings you have, you're comfortable with her taking as well.
Double standards.
I don't know. Yeah.
Double standards.
I mean, at the end of the day, yeah. I mean, if I decide to get into a marriage with this woman, I trust her enough to,
Do you though? Do you trust her enough?
If I married her, yeah.
Because when shit hits a fan, it really becomes both of you handling shit together. I don't understand the thought process of like my wife and I don't have the same accounts, no, but we know we have the same bills to pay, so shit ain't getting paid.
Yeah,
both of us are contributing. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's never like, this is your problem. You got to deal with this.
Yeah,
it's never that. We have our own spending money. Once we run out of spending money on the budget, then it's your problem. Like, you can't go buy fucking Forever 21 dresses, but. When it comes to like, we have hydro to pay. Yeah. That's both of our problems. It's like a joint situation. So that trust fund money, I would, as you said, if it was a joint thing, I'm in the middle between you two. If it was a joint thing, but it was an emergency, sure.
Yeah, I'd say if it was an emergency, sure, it's fine to use, because then you don't have to worry about going to parent stuff. Because technically, it's your spouse who's taking care of the issue that we have.
But so basically, the parents put that money there, though. So
parents did put that money there, but it's like you get it's like if you get birthday money from your parents when you're a kid. So you saved every dollar you got from birthday money, and you use it on buying your car with that birthday money. Did your parents buy you the car? I mean, it's like a fine line. It's like,
I hear you.
You know what I mean? Like, you got it as a gift, and you decide to save it
and buy something overall.
The only difference between trust fund is that you can't touch it until a certain age. You know what I mean? Otherwise, they would have just gave you the money in your hand. You have it in your mattress.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'd be okay with using that for just in case funds, kids' intuitions, whatever.
Intuitions.
I was hoping no one caught that.
Kids' intuitions on bread.
I was hoping no one caught that.
Yeah.
I had a thing to mention. Let's talk about when we grew up. Did you guys grow up with money? Did you guys? I know we spoke about it briefly before, but did you guys grow up
to the game and then I blew up? Huh?
Okay.
What the fuck? Did you guys grow up with money? Did you guys grow up without money? Like, what was growing up like for you financially, mainly? Everyone.
Well, Tristan's still growing up, so.
Oh, yeah, that's your joke.
A little bit.
Yeah. No, it was hard times, man. Obviously, I had one parent, mainly.
Shout out to Mama Duke.
With three boys. My brothers are considerably older. I mean, not considerably. I mean, they're 8 and 11 years older.
Considerably.
Yeah. So, I mean, money wasn't like
abundant.
Yeah, exactly. Like, obviously, I was spoiled. Not spoiled, but I was. Things happened for me more so than they happened for my brothers.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, definitely money definitely didn't come easy, and everything. But the things, I mean, for the most part, anything that I wanted, I kind of got. And my brothers were so much older than me that they had jobs and were able to purchase the thing, like video game consoles.
Take care of you, everything.
Yeah, exactly. Like if I want to play a video game console, I didn't ask my mom to buy it. My brother
already had it.
18, 19, working, and already bought it for himself. So I got to play with it. So I used to living at home. So kind of worked out for me in that way. But in terms of money from my mother, she wasn't making a substantial amount of money. To be honest, I don't know how she did it because what she was making. I don't know how I would do it with 3 kids. But
it's true. The only thing about that shit now is like, how the fuck?
Yeah. So yeah.
What about you? I know you spoke on it before briefly, but
my parents weren't. They were average, a little bit. They're average, bro. They're average. Like I said, I had there were some tough times, tough Christmases. You know, I wasn't one of those families with a million gifts at Christmas. Some Christmases we had like 1-2 gifts.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? I think that's where I learned the value of like. Through that is where I learned the value of actual like money. Like you know what I mean? Like, and like.
I got all the dope gifts from my dad. All the dope gifts I got from my dad, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get many dope gifts from my dad. My dad always gave like
Nikes and shit.
I mean, he tried. So with the used train sets.
I know. I just like from a young age, I kind of knew like the deal. I remember 1 year we didn't think we were gonna get we didn't think we were gonna get any Christmas gifts at all, cause like and like we're young, man. We're like 11. Yeah. So like, and like, our parents surprised us because there's nothing underneath the Christmas tree, right? So we're like, we knew. We're like, all right, it's cool. We don't need gifts. Yeah. We got each other, good times, whatever, you know? And my mom goes, did you guys look in the tree? Yeah. Like, what does that mean? Yo, inside the tree, we had our PS2.
Oh shit!
3 controllers and like 3 games.
Wow.
Yo, we were so
how the hell you put that in the tree?
And that was like no, like the PS2 was like behind the tree.
Okay.
So like it was like blended with the I don't know.
It's hard to hide that in the tree.
No, but she didn't wrap
big ass box.
She didn't wrap it in regular wrapping. So we didn't. We thought it was just like a box like in the back of the. Like we didn't even know.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah. And she had the controls and the games inside the tree. So like ornaments. And
that's dope.
You know what I mean?
That's dope. Yeah.
And
what games? Do you remember what games?
Yeah, we got
Batman.
No Batman. We got Gran Turismo.
Okay. Yeah.
We got this NBA game, I think. Did we get Spiral that year? I think we got like Spiral or something. Yeah. I can't really remember.
You guys must have scrapped over that PS2.
Yeah. No. We had a system. For like Gran Turismo, we'd always start off me and Andrew playing, and then after whoever wins gives to Aaron. And then for adventure games, mostly adventure games, like if it was Spyro or something, for example, my older brother didn't like playing those games. It was just me playing. Aaron loved just watching the games. Like he's like watching like a story goes on. Yeah. You know what I mean? He'll play every once in a while, but he didn't mind just chilling. Yeah. And then fighting games. Yeah. Aaron was actually pretty good at fighting games for some reason. He murk Andrew all the time, murk me sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So we had a system, we figured it out, we, rotated and everything like that. We never been scrapped over the games like that.
Crazy, you guys are well behaved.
It's either that or our parents will take it away from us, man.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? Like, when they gave us something, it was like, we worked for it, man. And the day we worked for it, we knew we did well. We got gifts, we knew we did well, report cards and whatnot.
I remember a similar Christmas for myself, but 2. One was my birthday, one was Christmas. Christmas was my sister and I both wanted an N64 to play Mario 64 at the time. Yeah. It was big at the time. It was the first Mario was 3D and shit. Yeah. We used to go to Walmart and they used to have a display where you could play, right? And we used to love the shit, right? So we asked my mom for N64 and my mom was like, yo, back then they used to fucking gouge you for games and for shit.
Games were like $80.
Games were like $80 or $90, maybe $100.
Oh really?
Golden. I mean, that's the next story. But GoldenEye was $120 when it first came out.
Expensive, man.
Well, no, expensive. Yeah.
So
I know they're expensive. Yeah.
I remember one Christmas we woke up. And again, we had gifts under the tree, but we used to get like socks and shit.
Yeah. Those type of shit.
There was one that was like bigger. And my sister opened up like, oh shit, it's N64, we're excited, whatever. But my mom is from the Caribbean. She don't know that the console doesn't come. She's paid so much money for the console.
Yeah.
She assumed it came with games built in.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we didn't get no game, right?
Yeah.
So I remember for like a good month or two just turning on the power.
Hear the sound?
No, not hearing the sound. Hoping that the menu had like some kind of game like I could play, but
oh shit.
She ended up buying us Wave Race. A couple months after that, but Wave Race was like $64, but we had no games. Yeah, we got the can you imagine that? We got answers with 0 games.
Yeah. I remember when I got our PS1. We got PS1. We got this game. It's called RC Racer. The little remote control guards and you race. Yeah, and it was kind of like Super Smash, Mario Kart. Yeah, but it was like these little remote control cars. You're driving around, going through portals and stuff like that. Yeah, we used to love that game, man. We killed that game.
What I really wanted was GoldenEye, and that was for my birthday. I was like, "Oh, Mom, can I please have GoldenEye?" Because I remember our neighbors who we used to get hand-me-downs from had they got GoldenEye. But GoldenEye was $120. So my mom found out. My mom was like, "Yeah, sure, we'll get you GoldenEye for your birthday." Yeah. Mm-hmm. She went to Walmart. She saw it was $120. She's like, "There's no fucking way you're getting GoldenEye." Yeah. Like my mom was real with it, but she was like, she tried her best. Yeah. So she said, "Listen, I'll get you another game." So we went up to the video store. Like the time video stores were big, like Blockbuster. It wasn't Blockbuster. It was like a Blockbuster.
Yeah, it was like I had one. It was in the style of Romeo Video.
Yeah, it's like Video Plus or some shit. Yeah. And she asked me for which game I wanted, but all the N64 games were too expensive. I remember like there's like Hexen something. There's another couple. So I ended up getting Maximum Carnage on Sega Genesis. Oh shit! Because that was like $19, right? Because Sega was.
Have a Sega Genesis.
I had a Sega.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I had a Sega. Okay. And I brought it home and I played the fuck out of Maximum Carnage. I played Maximum Carnage for like, bro, everyone's out there playing. I go to school, everyone's playing N64, talking about GoldenEye, talking about Mario and shit. Pokemon Snap was big at the time. Shit, yeah. Wow. I'm out here killing Sonic 3 on Sega, and I'm enjoying it, you know what I mean? Because I know my mom literally is doing her best to get the things that we needed. But saying Silver Spoons can't appreciate that kind of stuff because they don't know.
I mean, they had all that shit easy, right?
Easy, man. They probably had it when they came out. You know what I mean?
My dad used to take us to the dances in a beat up. Did you guys have beat up whips?
Yeah. Oh, bro, I'll tell you about this one car my parents had. My dad's side. It was a Dynasty Chrysler.
I know the Chrysler Dynasty. I feel like I know this whip.
It was a grandpa car.
Yeah.
No AC.
Oh, the AC was luxury. We didn't have no AC for a long time, dog.
No heat.
Okay,
I swear.
I believe
no heat.
No heat. No heat.
What's the time you died?
Windows, when driver's side or the whatever wouldn't stay up, would drop down. Had to tape it up, bro. Hard times out here.
We used to have my dad used to get caught. He had a $300 Corolla, I think. Ooh. It was like in the 80s, but it was brown. We used to run into my dad on the city bus. We're coming home from work, I remember. And then he used to drive me to school dances, and I used to be so embarrassed because the muffler didn't work.
Yeah, so it was loud.
Yeah,
I had the backfires too.
You used to like shake and shit, and then
no shocks in the car you're driving, and you feel every fucking.
I used to like, I never asked him to drop me down the street. I'm like, just pull up.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is, you know? I was embarrassed, but like
beater whips, bro. We had some beater whips, bro.
Yeah, but now you gotta appreciate those things.
Oh, yeah. Sure. My dad's driving a Lexus now, baby.
Because our parents. But you didn't think about what you guys are driving, right? At this age.
Yeah, no, of course I do. Of course I do, man.
And that makes you appreciate riding in the beat up Corolla.
When I went to pick up when I first got the Honda Civic 03, I made sure my dad came with me when I went to pick that car up for the lot.
The guy loves his 03 Civic.
Yeah, I know. It's not because the old. Okay, first of all,
I'm not hating on the 03 Civic. I'm just saying you never talk about the one you have now. Like,
no, I'm saying that was my first car I picked up off a lot, right?
Okay.
So like, I wanted my dad to come with me for that,
right?
Just for symbolic reasons. You're like, yo, like where we came from, you know, what we went through. I'm driving this now.
He's sort of Ferrari. I'm not here, I feel bad making that joke.
Yeah, I know. Back in the day, you used to have stories. I pulled up. So, it's a silly.
You swear to the Lamborghini, dog. Like, I'm like, oh shit, What are you talking about? I understand what you're saying.
She's seen the whip.
I was like, what the fuck were you driving?
It was a clean whip. Slick black all over. Everywhere, dog. Manual?
That car, I can honestly tell that car meant a lot to you.
I love that car. It was like my real
first finance car too.
First finance car. Paid that thing off. I love that.
And it treated you well.
The way it went, man, it was not good.
You could beat up those Civics.
Yeah, I would probably still be driving that today.
You would not. Absolutely not. You would absolutely not be driving that car to this day. No.
Maybe I would have sold it.
Yeah, you would definitely would have sold it, traded it for something.
Yeah, something else. But I probably would have went to the Accord. I probably would have got something else.
I don't know where that car is just going.
Yeah,
I don't know if you said it.
But yeah, that car, I love that car. The car was dope.
So buy another. Go back to a Civic. New Civics.
Anyway, new Civics. New Civics.
Now, to sum up the general thing is, I wrote this point. I'll give you guys an example, and I'm just wondering, what type of things do you guys do now to enjoy life? In a sense of to appreciate, where you came from, right? I'll give you an example. Like what I like to do is, it was just pre my son, but when my wife would go to her parents' house, I'd have a steak, a ribeye steak, a glass of red wine, and a bit of whiskey, and I'll watch Goodfellas. Like, I'll do this whenever I get a chance alone. Here.
Oh.
And that's something that's like a way of me saying like, okay, let me enjoy the moment of, you know what I mean? To appreciate things. Is there anything that you guys do now? It could be anything that you say, here's what I do in honor, my favorite word, in honor, in honor of how far I came, how much effort my parents put into the position to get me into where I'm at now. You know what I mean? Is there anything that you guys do that's like specific that you guys do that would like, even if go for a drive and pull on a specific song, is there anything that you guys do or anything that you want to do or? Because me, it's Goodfellas every time. I put a Goodfellas on, I watch a half, 3/4 of it, and I sit there and I eat my steak and have wine and.
Oh, sure.
No, I don't think I have something like that. Every now and then, though, I do catch myself after like work or something, and I drive home. I just sit in my car and just chill. But I don't think that has anything to do with like.
Is it because you're sleepy or?
No, it's just like
show their car.
It's like
I don't know. Sometimes I do reflect.
Yeah.
But I can't say that's like a every week or every month type of thing. It's just kind of sometimes when it hits me, like sometimes I'll be just wandering the house, or I'll come back from my mom's and I realize, oh shit, like I don't live there anymore. I live here, and like. I used to deal with living there and like what I deal with now, and I kind of like, I don't know, sometimes I wake up sometimes, well actually there's a few times I caught myself waking up thinking I'm going to wake up in my old bedroom, like my childhood bedroom. And I wake up and I see myself in my room now and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Like I grew up, like, you know what I mean? But I don't think I have anything specifically that I tribute, let's say, because I know you were thinking of another word besides honor.
Tribute's a good word. Tribute.
Yeah, no, me neither. I don't think there's anything that I specifically do. I mean, it's all like when I usually check on my mom on Sundays. And usually, that's usually, I don't know, it's like, makes me think sometimes, you know? I pull up, check my mom. I got shit to do on Sunday. Gotta run errands. Checking my mom's. I get the food. I chill with her for a bit, talk to her, how our week was going. I don't live there anymore, you know?
How long do you stay by your mom's on the Sunday?
Usually like 2-3 hours.
It's crazy. The 2-3 hours, like, you're like, I used to spend 24/7 here.
Yeah.
And now you're for 2-3 hours, you're like, all right, I'm going to go home now. But it's like.
Sometimes I go to my mom's and it's like, she doesn't even like I come in. It's like, hey, what's up? I was just about to lie down. I got to go to work in the morning. Like, but just the fact that I'm in the house, she's mad happy about that.
Yeah, seeing the joy that coming home brings to your parents, to me, is a big thing too.
Yeah, true, absolutely. Yeah. Come home, she cooks usually what I want. Not what I want, but she knows what I like.
Yeah, she's always cooking whatever.
Yeah. So, it's dope, man,
Well, yeah. How are we feeling here? Is this it?
I mean, we kind of veered off here a little bit.
Oh, did we?
In the adjusting stuff.
I think it was all kind of relative.
It's all relative to financial gains and whatever the case may be.
If your significant other hasn't experienced the things you experienced,
if you can't understand what we're talking about, it would be tough.
Yeah,
I'm not saying you have to go through financial shit, but you gotta do some shit, man.
Something.
Because life is fucking hard.
Life is not easy, man. So if you've been sliding by this entire time, man, you're doing something wrong, bro.
And the people who are super duper rich who then might go and commit suicide or who might do some wild shit or have midlife crises, it's because
they're not happy.
But a lot of this shit that we go through, like for example, I can appreciate a Camaro because I drove a 92 Maxima.
Yeah.
Right? If you've never driven the 92 Maxima, you won't. If you had a Ferrari from jump, same thing I said about lobster and chicken, right?
Yeah.
You can't really understand.
I still think you should have went with tuna and lobster. But continue.
Tuna can be expensive.
Yeah, but tuna tastes. It's to the same.
Yeah, but you can get some tuna prepared very, very expensive for you. Like you can get some delicate, like raw tuna. You can get some.
Yeah, you get there's tuna tacos that are raw.
Just because you think tuna's canned, it could be cheap there. But tuna?
Yeah, it's real shit.
Yeah, but you could do the same thing with chicken.
What?
What kind of
raw chicken?
You can have expensively made chicken.
Where?
For all those
chicken
who can't see, he was shaking his head.
Before you veer off, usually chicken is only so much you can do. When you go to a very expensive restaurant, on the menu usually is chicken.
Yeah, you gotta cook that shit full through and
it's not much.
Yeah, flavors will change, but otherwise,
there's not much you can do. You can't serve chicken rare, medium. Yeah. It's just chicken.
You can't
serve tuna.
You can take tuna raw.
I know that, but you can't have what's medium? What's medium tuna?
What's salmon medium?
It's not the same type of thing.
Just
what do you
tartar?
Mean?
Salmon tartar.
Tartar? Yeah, salmon tartar. Beef tartar. Tuna tartar.
All right.
Yeah, you're in deep.
All right.
So you're in deep. You need to exit out.
All I'm saying is that
your tuna reference was terrible.
If you call tuna and lobster, it would have. I just thought about that recently, like tuna lobster.
It wouldn't make sense because tuna can be expensive. You can get tuna in a high-end restaurant. You can't.
More expensive than lobster.
Maybe shrimp and lobster.
I don't know if it's more expensive than lobster, but you can get tuna for you cannot chicken. I guess it depends where. Sure. Majority of the time, chicken's done. It's because of the fact that it's in two different genres of food. That's why. I see you. You're trying to do fish.
That's why I was like tuna and lobster.
Yeah, well.
You know what I mean?
Well,
but listen, continue.
You were fucking wrong there, bud.
I don't know about being wrong.
Yeah, you're never wrong.
Preference of taste.
Overall, that's the gist. This is the season finale. How do we feel? Let's take a minute to
reflect.
Let's reflect, man. We're 12 episodes, man.
That's 12 episodes deep,
we talked about a lot of shit.
Talked about a lot, and there's more to come. You guys think it's over, but it's not. Yeah, we got more. Why'd you look at me?
We got some more topics going.
We have more topics to go. We got more stories to tell. We appreciate the listeners out there who've been listening to us weekly. We appreciate you,
and the new ones who will be listening to us on the Netflix style of binge listening whenever that occurs.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. We hope that you guys stay tuned for our next season 2, tape 2.
Tape 2. The general timeline we're giving is about 4 months ish.
We might come a bit earlier, hopefully.
No, we're not coming in. But
they're coming in for.
You know what I mean?
So we'll
be talking a baby to raise.
So we're talking New Year style.
Yeah, post New Year's.
We'll definitely have some stories on New Year's. New Year's is always something that happens.
I'm literally writing down everything that all the topics that pop up in my head as we go.
Yeah,
and hopefully pick up a bit more traction, I think we've done pretty well for our first season, aka
Gibberish Pod at Twitter, Gibberish Pod at Instagram, the Gibberish Podcast at gmail.com.
Hit us up, Follow us. You know,
what you gotta do.
Do what you need to do. Tell your friends about us.
It's crazy though. We did 12 episodes already. 12 plus hours of just sitting here talking about.
That's true. Man.
Different shit.
Can do this all day, bro.
I could literally do this for a long time. Okay. Get a couple bottles and sit here and talk.
I think we come up with some good ideas. We talk about some good things.
We talk about some good stuff.
You know, topics, man.
I hope we make a difference in people's lives.
I mean, that's so much, but yeah.
Next season we have. I'm for sure. I know we're gonna have Cash on.
We're gonna have some guest appearances. We're not gonna spoil anything for you guys.
Yeah, we don't have too many guest appearances, but we'll have Cash on for sure.
A couple, you know.
You know, we'll hopefully have some sound effects when we come through. You know,
I want nothing to do with sound effects. I want
nothing. We don't want that. What the hell is that?
You know, the Gibberish podcast.
No, stuff like that. None of it. You know what I mean? I want none of that.
Yeah, I don't have to keep saying keep it locked. I just press the button and be like, keep it locked.
Keep it locked. No, I want to do that.
Yeah, it sounds pretty dope.
Nope.
You know?
Nope.
And yeah, so you already give a shout out to our social medias.
We did.
All right then. So stay tuned. You'll hear us in season 2. Keep it locked.
And Trizzy always says it's Bevel.
One.